right. So my name is CJ Bacon, and I'm here with Dee Ryan of JFK. Dee, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So just wanted to start this off. I'll start talking about a little bit of your team, then go more of like towards you. So I noticed that you guys were 12-3-1 on the year. Any big games, or which ones have been your favorite so far that you've played?
For sure, versus Rootstown. We were up in the beginning. They came back. They were up by two, and then we came back again. It was a crazy game for sure.
Okay. So who scored in that game?
Me.
Was that it? Like just you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But everyone contributes.
Well, no, I understand, obviously.
Yeah.
So one game that I actually only was able to cover one JFK girls soccer game, and that was the game versus champion beginning of the season,
Oh
first game
yeah.
of the year. Um,
Heartbreaker.
yeah, so obviously it got, canceled in the second half and you guys weren't be able to reschedule
Yeah.
it because of the weather. But so what I've noticed, well, champion obviously they finished 17-0, very good soccer program.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, you had a ton of breakaways early in that game. I think you were able to score one, but I swear you had like
Yeah.
four or five just one on one with the keepers.
Yeah.
How are you able to get past the defense so easily? It seemed like.
Honestly, I just keep my eyes open, and I look for the open space. Any move I can use to my advantage, I do, or any space I see to use in my advantage, that's where I go.
Okay. So obviously 12-3-1, great record. Your team was able to win the league with that.
Yeah.
What were some keys for your team doing that this year?
I think one of the most important things for us this year is we came in as underdogs. The past 3 seasons we've had losing seasons. So going into the conference games this year, especially, being the underdogs has been great for us because not only does it motivate us, but nobody's really expecting us to come in and compete with them.
Okay. No, I completely understand that. So obviously, like I said, great record, but it didn't start off that way for you guys. You kind of started out shaky, losing two out of your first five games, but then you proceeded to only lose one in the past 11. What has changed for you guys from the beginning to the end of the season?
Honestly, I just think experience. We've had a lot of new girls on our team this season. Some girls who have never played soccer before. So just getting more comfortable with that and more comfortable as a team has been extremely important to us and has been a key component to our winning season.
Okay, yeah, no, and you say girls that haven't played soccer before. How do you even go about like playing with girls like that? Like,
Honestly, patience is key, but on the field especially, just keeping them motivated and like coaching them on the field is so important because you could say all you want at practice, but once you're in a game situation, it's so much harder to play and make passes, especially when you're at a fast pace. So I think just, helping my teammates on the field who have never played before has been something that's important for them.
no, for sure. And so you're talking about having like three losing seasons before. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Has so obviously, you've been a very big part of that, but is there like are you guys a very young team or do you guys have like senior
Yeah,
heavies?
we are. We only have two seniors this season, and I think we have seven freshmen. So we've always struggled to have numbers, but this season we've actually been able to. This is the most we've had in a while.
Okay. But you said seven freshmen. So you think that you
Yeah,
guys should be pretty good within the next, obviously you're good this
for
year, but
sure.
we can keep
Yeah,
going.
we have a lot of club players coming up too that are in middle school currently. So that'll we'll just keep building from here.
Hmm. Okay, for sure. So we can go over more towards you now. So I was looking at Max Preps. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but on Max Preps, it has you having 53 goals out of your team's 80. I mean, that having 53 goals in a season is unheard of, but like as a freshman is just crazy. How have you been able to be so dominant this early in your career?
I've always played soccer since I was like 3 or 4. So I just take everything that I've used since then. I've learned so much playing club over the years and playing for every team that I possibly can. So I think even coming in as a freshman, nobody's expecting anything because they don't know you yet. So I think that's been super helpful for me and just all the training that I've put in to get to this point. And, every year leading up to this, to right now has been, high school is going to be the time where you have to perform. And I think that's what's been super important is just performing this season.
Hmm. So you said that you have played soccer, obviously, since I think you said you were three. Um,
3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4. Okay. So I was able to play soccer pretty much my entire life from a young age as well, including where I played your brothers a couple of times in my high school career. So obviously, I know how good of athletes Nick and Dom are firsthand. Do you think, like, growing up playing with your brothers, that has helped you?
Oh, for sure. Like, even just, growing up with brothers in general, it just makes you so much more tough. And, it definitely has been better at competing. I've always been like littler than them. So always wanting to win has been super, like, something I've always wanted to do, especially against them. So that's definitely helped me.
Okay. And I always wanted to ask you, I bring it up to Nick from time to time. So do you feel like out of the three of you, you probably are the best athlete in the family?
I mean, I tell them that, but I don't know. I wouldn't say, I like to just make them mad by saying that. I mean, we all are good at different things, so I don't know.
I mean, come on, you don't have to be humble. I mean, 53
I
goals.
mean,
I mean,
maybe.
I don't know. Realistically, from a soccer standpoint, I consider I know the game pretty well. I mean, I think that you're at least miles ahead of Nick, to be honest.
He
Um,
wouldn't like to hear that.
yeah, it's sometimes hard to hear the truth. But so as let's see what else I have. So I wanted to ask. So you said earlier about the seven freshman thing and how. What does a practice look like at JFK? Like, do you guys like focus on them, and how do you build them up for people that never played before?
Um, Practices we take seriously, but we like to have fun at times. You can't just always be serious. We have like a good fun team, so especially at practices, a lot of our freshmen are like great leaders. We have a lot of leaders on our team, and I think that they have helped, like all the freshmen have helped build the program, and even the girls that just joined that have never played soccer before have built the program, like have changed it completely. So I think just from like a practice standpoint, just encouraging each other and building each other up every practice, no matter what grade you're in, if you're a captain, if you're not. I think that's been a key component for us this year.
Okay, no, that definitely makes sense. And is there? I asked Ava Yanucci, a soccer player from Howland, this as well. The same
Yeah.
question. Is there any favorite teammates or ones that like you really like playing with on your team?
I have a lot of. I mean, I like everyone. The whole team has a great relationship, but I'm really close with Mimi Bonneker, and she's like so we get along well, especially on the field. We encourage each other and we lift each other up.
Okay, definitely. And do you think being like close with like a single person on your team, or like well, not really a single person, but like everyone on the team, it makes you guys better, like with the chemistry and stuff?
Oh, for sure. That's what we've lacked in years past. So, having that like family bond with our team this year has been so important to us. And at our school, that's what we kind of like, that's our saying, like family, like we are family. And I think that's been great this year, especially for our team, because they've lacked that in the years past. And that's something that we've really built up in the program.
Definitely. And you can see the improvement. But you were just preaching about like building a bond, family, and all this stuff. Is there anything that your coach done or like you like your team has done that like outside of soccer, let's look at that's like built you guys up? Like you guys did anything like team bonding related or
Oh yeah, we do team bonding a lot. It usually includes some type of food, but
okay.
going out to dinner, just hanging out as a team. That's been something we've done this season that they haven't done in years past. So that's definitely made a difference.
Okay. No, I understand that. So for me, I was always a center mid when I played soccer. And the build on the whole like chemistry thing, there's at times where I would know like what my forward was gonna do, and like almost like before like he even had to say anything or motion that. Is have you guys got to like that point yet where like you guys can like connect passes, move into space, or are you guys just like not quite there yet?
No, I actually think we are. We have a lot of girls on our team that play for the same club team. So that's kind of been like pushed into our minds that that's something you have to do. You have to have that chemistry with your team where you know where they're going to be at that time. So you should know to pass it at them to that time. So that's definitely something we've worked on this season and that we've built from past years.
Okay. So something I want to talk about. So I noticed your most recent game you guys played Bristol and you guys won 5-1. Was that a playoff game or is that like a last game of the season
That
or
was just our last regular season game.
last regular season game? Okay.
Mhm.
So obviously scoring five in a game is pretty impressive. How were you guys able to score as many as you did against Bristol?
Um, well, honestly, I think for us, it's just finding like specifically through balls and open shots. So taking too many touches isn't something that is going to work against teams like that because they're immediately stepping. So giving a nice through ball, one touch into the back of the net or at the 18, you just have to shoot it.
Okay. No, I believe me, when I watched you guys play Champion, something that really stuck out to me, obviously you were super skilled, but I mean, it seems like you were just way faster than everyone you played against. I mean, like, how much would you say your speed helps you in going into games?
Oh, I think that like that's one of the most important things, especially in soccer. There's so many people that are fast in soccer, so that's my speed is something that I kind of rely on a lot, especially when dribbling the ball up the field, getting around someone, and just going to the goal.
Okay. So, realistically, do you think that you were the fastest out of the three of you guys, you, Nick, and Dom?
No, Nick is by miles faster.
Okay, okay, all right. So I will give him that then because he was telling
Yeah,
me that there is no way that you would ever beat him in a race, and I was like, okay, I just don't
no,
think that's
I,
the
I
case.
wouldn't. I'll be real, I would not.
Okay, well, I noticed that Mooney is your next game. Now, it doesn't show on Max Prep, so that's why I'm asking these questions. Is Mooney a playoff game, or is that also a last season game?
Yeah, that's our first playoff game because we had a bye and they're our second round basically.
Okay, so how are you guys preparing for Mooney?
Well, we really do have to prepare for them because I play on the same club team as a lot of those girls and I've played for their coach before. So it's something that, they know what to expect from us and from our team and from me. So I think what's important for us is just getting the ball off quick and, trying to keep them on their toes so they don't know what's coming next.
Okay, and you are you guys a higher seed than Mooney?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So I was able to go to the boys JFK game versus Mooney, and I've played
Mhm.
against Mooney firsthand on the boys side. Something that Mooney does very well is pass the ball constantly. I mean, they will just kill you with possession. Is that how
Mhm.
the girls play as well, or do they play differently?
Yeah, they have like a lot of solid girls in the team, so that's something we definitely need to be aware of. Just getting in those open spaces to, get the possession of the ball will be important for us in that game.
Okay, definitely. So something that was brought to my attention that I actually didn't know is you also play tennis and basketball.
Yeah, and I do
Is that
track.
And you do track. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay. So, out of all the sports you play, do you have like a favorite or
Oh, soccer for sure.
soccer easily?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, for me, I'll just talk a little bit about like the other sports because I know that I'm pretty sure Dom also plays basketball. I know Nick for sure plays basketball, but I think
Yeah, no,
Dom
Dom
also does.
doesn't play anymore. He used to though.
Oh, he used to. Okay.
Mhm.
So, has like is it like the same thing as soccer like going up against like let's just say like Nick? Has Nick helped you in basketball as well and stuff like
Oh
that?
yeah. Yeah, especially when we go training, constantly trying to keep up with my brothers is something that I try very hard to do. So having someone to like look up to like that and who will build you up and teach you is just good to have because, that's what you need. You need a mentor.
Okay. No, definitely. I understand
Mhm.
what you're saying. So, have the thing that was kind of brought to my like that kind of surprised me. So obviously, it was I was like, okay, I understand like she plays basketball, and obviously, okay, now I know you play track, I'm like that makes sense. But tennis kind of came out of nowhere. What made you want to play tennis?
My aunt is the coach and I was like, what's one more sport? So I just kind of started playing and I actually really like it. It's fun. It's just, soccer is kind of more serious, so is basketball and track. So just kind of having fun with this tennis is just what I kind of like about it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I don't think I could ever play tennis. I tried it one time and I would just get like super frustrated. Um, that's a big thing for me. I have trouble keeping my emotions in check. Do you when you play sports, are you kind of like that, or are you more like you know well rounded?
Well, I have been more well-rounded in the past, but coming into this soccer season especially, I find myself getting frustrated because, it's just such like it's a new pace for me, it's a new tempo. So like coming in playing against girls that are multiple years older than me, like that can be frustrating because you feel like you're behind, but just like having that using that to build you up has honestly been good for me.
No, I completely get what you're saying there. But I mean, it does not look like you were any steps behind the people that you play against. Because I mean, 53 goals, like I said, is just crazy. I only scored, I think, 5 goals in my entire career. As like, I had a lot of assists, but I mean, you beat me by times 10, and you're literally just in your first year. So congrats to you on that. But
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, has like when we had like someone on our team that was like almost kind of like you, he was an all-state scorer, Dom, and people would try to game plan. Do you find people would end up like double teaming him, triple teaming him? Have you found yourself in that situation as well?
Yeah, especially in the games where we've played a team twice um, during the season, I find that more often. But like I said, using the other people on my team to my advantage to help me give the ball to them, get a quick 1-2, give and go has been like beneficial for double teams and however many girls I have on my back at the time.
Okay, so you kind of touched on my next question actually a little bit. I was going to ask, how do you find like when you're going up against double teams, triple teams, how do you find a way to still end up scoring? Because you average 3.3 goals a game on max preps. So,
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's either by finding space between two defenders or just giving the ball to an outside mid or one of our defending mids and getting it right back and going for the shot or dribbling it to the goal. One of the two.
okay, no, definitely. Well, I'm just going to give you one final question. So, obviously, we talked a little bit about Mooney, but realistically, are you guys would you guys play champion before like just I think it would be districts, right? You guys play them in districts?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna end up playing them. Because the way the brackets are set up, that I don't think we'll play them.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you because I'm not gonna lie, as like a soccer fan, I was super frustrated watching like the game get canceled and stuff because while
Oh, for
champion was up,
sure.
well, the champion was up 2-1. I mean, you guys were in that game. Like,
Well,
honestly,
yeah,
you.
it was 1-1 till like the last 16 seconds of the first half. So that
Oh
was definitely
yeah.
really frustrating.
Oh yeah. No, I completely remember. I think it was Lefkowitz of champion. Like the ball hit off your keeper's
Yeah.
hand and then she
Yeah, and she
crashed.
just finished it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. No. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So we were definitely in it.
Okay. Yeah. No. Sweet. Well, thank you for your time, Dee Dee, and it
Yeah,
has
of
been
course.
great and good luck in
Thank
your
you for
playoffs.
having me.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you.